In this video, I'm going to talk about professional distance. What is professional distance? Well, professional distance is that imaginary line between that's drawn in the imaginary sand between a worker or a business owner and the people around him or her. Professional distance is a great thing to have. A lot of people don't understand what it is, but it will keep you out of trouble. It'll keep you from being sued, and it'll save your career. When you're professionally distant, you understand that you have to remain objective in the workplace, and you have to focus on work-related issues and accomplishing the goals of the organization. That is your main focus when you're professionally distant. You don't want to get in. People who are professionally distant don't get involved with personal issues with people at work. They don't get involved with personal issues with clients, and they try to keep their social interactions on the workplace related to business-related issues. Professional distance is the thing that will help you get ahead in the business world because it shows that you're focused on the tasks at hand at work. You're focused on the duties at work. You're focused on accomplishing the goals of the workplace. It shows that people cannot, and the whole thing is, it sets that when people see that boundary, when they see that they can't, that you're not going to cross that line for them, they get a great respect for you as an employee and as a business person because they know that what you're coming to you for. They know that this guy is going to be reliable, this person is going to be professional, and everything with them is going to be about the work at hand and nothing else. Professional distance is very important for people who work in certain fields such as teaching, because you really need to have that boundary between yourself and any students that you teach, regardless of their age. They could be 18 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, or even 80 years old. But you really want to keep that line so that there's no ethical conflict of interest or conflict of ethics. I've read a lot of articles about teachers who crossed the line with their students because they didn't understand what professional distance meant. Especially a lot of female teachers who cross the line and they sleep with their male students, and they don't understand that you need to maintain a level of professional distance especially in areas like education, because you don't want to mess up your career dealing with a child. And when you're professionally distant, you can objectively see this young boy, especially if you're a female teacher or a female teacher, as a child, and you will keep the distance between you. And if they even try to step to you, you will check them and let them know, look, you're out of line. This is not appropriate behavior. If you continue to proceed with this behavior, I'm going to report you. That is what a professionally distant teacher would do. And a lot of teachers have not learned this, because a lot of people, they go to college, but they are not taught this social skill, because professional distance is a social skill. It's a soft skill. You have to learn how to maintain that level of distance in the workplace. I mean, you have to learn how to follow, and part of that is it's like a social protocol. You have to learn how to not see that person on an emotional level, but as a client. And when you're a client, you have to maintain distance between yourself. You cannot get emotional. You can't get personally involved. And a lot of problems in the workplace happen because people get personally involved. They get emotional. They don't understand the difference between passion for your work and passion for people. And there's a big difference. I mean, I can be very passionate. Like, I'm a writer. I'm very passionate about the stories I do, but I cannot be so passionate about people that I'm getting emotional with them and taking things personal when they throw criticism at me. I have to focus on making sure that the story is good or the blog is good. And I have to maintain a level of objectivity to do so. The whole thing with professional distance is something that I don't see a lot of in today's workplace. I don't see a lot of professional distance. I see a lot of employees. They're very petty. A lot of bosses are very petty. They're bringing their personal grudges into the workplace. They're bringing their personal issues into the workplace, and they're projecting them onto people and onto the customers and onto the clients, and even right implementing it into their policies. They're using the workplace as their own as a place to vent their own personal anger and to take out their personal frustrations, and it's not good. That's not how you grow a business, and that what that does is it actually alienates people. I mean, you really have to maintain that that level of professionalism in the workplace. You really have to focus on making sure that you're trying, because with professional you have to focus on I've lost my train of thought, but you have to focus on maintaining that level of professionalism at all times. I mean, this is business, and business is not personal. Business is about making sure that you do what is in the interest of everyone, not just yourself. And that's the problem. A lot of people who are professionally distant aren't professionally distant don't understand. They start focusing on themselves, and that's how they wind up in jams. That's how people in workplaces wind up getting caught up in doing things like getting involved with embezzlements, sexual harassment, and other things that can just cost you your job because they don't take themselves they bring their personal baggage to the workplace, and you really can't do that. That's all I have to say about professional distance. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you very much.